to see everyone. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy to see some familiar faces. John, it's good to see you again. And welcome everyone. And I would encourage you to turn your camera on just like John is doing it so that I see your engagement. I know that some people are driving, but those who can turn the camera on, I would really appreciate it.
And some people are eating because it's a
Yes,
lunchtime in
and it's okay
Seattle.
if you're eating. I just want to see that what's happening, that you are engaged, and that you're with us. So let's start with the agenda, what we are going to cover today. I'll start with my presentation, AI-powered job search beats the application Tsunami. And then I'll briefly share how I can support you as a career coach. We'll have LinkedIn profile exchange, so please be ready to share your LinkedIn profile. Then I will share all the resources from this webinar, and then we'll have picture time. And after that, I will be ready to take your questions. So please write your questions down that you have during this webinar and be prepared. So before we dive into the strategies, let me share with you my why I do the work that I do as a career coach. So I've been coaching for about 2 years now. And before that, I worked as a recruiter. So I've been on both ends of hiring table, and I know how overwhelming and lonely job search is in 2026. I support and empower mid-career and senior professionals, and I specialize in climate and tech. So what makes my day is when I get news from my clients about job offers. This week I got two people who reached out to me, my clients, and shared such news. So that's why I'm doing the work that I'm doing, to help you get job offers faster. And let's look at the market, what's happening right now. This is data from Bureau of Labor Statistics, and you can see that back in 2021, we had 1.5 open roles per candidate. So companies were fighting over talent. And now in 2026, this ratio has dropped, and we have 0.87 open roles per one unemployed person. That means that for the first time in many years, there are less jobs than candidates for jobs. And we also facing with this. In 2021, we had 50 applications per open role. And now in 2026, we have 250 applications per role on average. So we are facing application tsunami, and a huge part of it is AI automation. Some people apply using AI tools, hundreds of them overnight. So you're not competing with humans, you're competing with automation. And pop quiz time. I want to see what you think. How fast is AI rejecting resumes in 2026? Is it within 1 minute? Then it's A. Within 30 seconds or under 0.3 seconds? What do you think? So type A, B, or C in the chat. Okay, yes, most people, I see Alona, Mike said C, some people said B. Well, the right answer is C. Under 0.3 seconds, your resume that you worked on for hours get rejected. So I'm sharing this information not to discourage you, but to prepare you and equip you with strategies that work, so that you don't have to be screened out altogether, that you are not being rejected within 0.3 seconds. So today I'm going to share with you a framework that works for my clients, and it's a 3-step job search strategy. The first one, become a subject matter expert on LinkedIn. Second, leverage your network and get referrals. And finally, prove your AI productivity. So let's dive in. I want to share with you something that most people don't know. There is this growing mistrust among recruiters towards resumes, because there is data that 40% of resumes contain false information. As you know, AI exaggerates sometimes. So recruiters stopped trusting cold applicants. And where they go to find qualified applicants, they go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is visible, and it's public information. People are more accountable on LinkedIn. So that's where recruiters are. They're scanning LinkedIn every day to find you. And there is this secret LinkedIn recruiter filter that I want to share with you about. So if you are connected within your hiring company and you're engaged, your LinkedIn profile will be prioritized in LinkedIn Recruiter, because there is a filter that looks at this information. And you'll be 3.6 times more likely to be hired if you're connected with your hiring team. So here's what to do. Start with identification of your dream companies. Figure out your 20 dream companies where you see yourself at and follow them on LinkedIn. And then engage with adjacent peers, somebody who already do the job that you want to do next. Those are the easiest people to get to. Recruiters are usually overwhelmed. as you can see, they're overwhelmed by this application tsunami. So your adjacent peers are more available and you have more in common with them. So start following them and comment on their posts twice a week, and position yourself as subject matter expert in your industry. Don't just say, oh, great post, thank you. Show your perspective. And post once a week. Share something valuable that will show your expertise as well. So today I'm going to share with you an AI prompt that helps you to get started with posts. And these posts that work on LinkedIn, they're personal, they're story-based, and they're proven, like the AI prompt that I'm using works really well. So it will just help you to get started and start positioning yourself as a subject matter expert on LinkedIn. And of course, before you even start being engaged on LinkedIn, you want to make sure that you can be found. The most important part of your LinkedIn profile is headline. So recruiters and sources are using LinkedIn Recruiter tool, and the first thing that they're filtering is job title. So if they're looking for digital content manager, like my client Anshu, and she included it in her headline, she will be found. But if she put something vague like content strategist, nobody will find her. So it's very important what your headline includes, and we want to make sure that it's supercharged with the keywords that will help you to be found. So this is my value headline formula that works for my clients. And it includes, as I mentioned, target roles at the beginning, 5 hard skills that are aligned with your target roles, your impact or value that you bring, and industries that you are targeting. Optional is certifications. So I just want to share that one of my clients with whom we optimized her LinkedIn profile was reached out by sources or recruiters, and she could even choose which companies she wanted to be interviewed at, and that's how she got her next job. So she skipped application step altogether. She was found, and that's what we want. We want to attract recruiters with your LinkedIn profile. So quick check-in. How many of you guys optimized your LinkedIn headline? Please type yes or no in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. That's great to see. Most people has already done it. But now, the next question. How many of you, well, some say somewhat, Charles, Melody said no. That's okay. That's why we're here. If you replied no, you will get my AI prompt on headline that will help you to get started. And please type plus in the chat if you comment twice a week or post once a week on LinkedIn. Yes, I see we already have pluses. Lucas, Jared, Todd. Wow, it's great to see so many engaged people on LinkedIn. So please keep doing that because consistency pays off. Once you post regularly, and the best way is to start with comments, then you can use reposts with your thoughts. You'll also start attracting the right people in your feed. So LinkedIn algorithm is very smart and will get you rewarded with the right people who will come your way. All right, let's continue. And the second strategy that I want to share with you is the most critical. You need to leverage your network. Those 2 job offers that I mentioned to you about that came this week for my clients, both of them were through networking. So this has a very impressive numbers that I want to share with you. Back in 2016, referral, those who were referred candidates were 10 times more likely to be hired than if they were cold applicants. Now in 2026, this advantage doubled. So if you are a referred candidate through your network, you're 20 times more likely to be hired than if you're a cold applicant. This is a huge advantage. The most amazing and the most effective job search strategy is networking. It is your shortcut. And surprisingly, only 7% of job seekers use referrals. They just go through a different door, as you can see in this picture. The rest of the people are competing with 249 candidates, while those who are referred, they're in completely different category of job candidates. In the category where recruiters trust them immediately. So please consider using this secret door. And this is how you get started. Most people, they know that networking is effective, but they don't know how to start. So start with your 20 advocates. Those are people who know you. Perhaps those are your ex-co-workers or colleagues. They know you, they like you, they would vouch for you. Those are your warm connections, your advocates. Start with them. Those are the easiest people to start with. And ask them not for jobs, but for introductions. Introductions in your target industry overall, and introductions at your target 20 dream companies. And measure your success not by the number of applications per week, but by the number of networking interactions. So your goal is to get 2 informational chats or 2 informational interviews per week, because this will lead to real interviews. I hope you know what informational chats and interviews are. The goal of those is to build rapport, to gain some information about your next company. And eventually, when you build this rapport with a person within your target company, that's when you ask for referral. So how many network interactions are you hitting per week? Please give me a number in the chat. 0, 5, maybe 10. 0, 0, 0. It's okay. It's okay if it's 0, because I've noticed that most people start networking only when they have to. It's totally normal. Wow, call deep 10 to 20. That's impressive. So your goal should be 10 networking interactions per week. And I know it sounds like a big number, so you can start with 5 and get to gradually build up to 10. And what I mean by networking interactions, this could be a LinkedIn message, this could be a phone call, this could be a virtual coffee chat or informational chat, and this could be in-person networking. So if you could meet someone in person, always choose to meet someone in person, because those are the most effective interactions. We want to build long-term relationship ideally, and when you meet in person, that is so much easier to do. 10 different people per interaction. No, I think Jared, maybe you misunderstood me. So maybe you're just having a good time. We want to have, yes, 10 networking interactions, which could be a message via LinkedIn, it could be an email. All these are qualified as networking interactions. Great. So our next and last strategy in my framework that works for my clients: prove your AI productivity. According to a recent report, Skills Rising Report 2026 by LinkedIn, what do you think was the number one required skill in workforce these days? Of course, it's AI literacy, and it's required skill across all industries these days. And it's accompanied by conflict mitigation, adaptability, process optimization, and innovative thinking, which are human skills, basically. So when you have a combination of both, you are a confident user of AI, and you're not only literate, but you know how to be productive with AI, and you support it with your unique human strengths, then you will stand out as a candidate. And I also want to share these important numbers with you. 8 in 10 hiring managers prioritize AI proficiency these days. And if those candidates who show their AI-driven productivity are getting 14% higher offer, 14% higher offer rate. So this could be thousands of dollars increase in their salary just because they demonstrated during their interview that they can use AI in productive way. And some other interesting data here, that despite all this hype around AI that is happening everywhere, only 14% of all workers use generative AI daily across all industries. This is not only tech, but all industries. And 6% of them use agentic AI or AI agents to automate tasks. So it's a tiny percentage. So I'm sharing these numbers to show you that there is a huge opportunity for you to stand out as a candidate if you have unique AI skill set. In fact, my husband got his recent job because he demonstrated that he has unique skill. He created AI powered voice recognition app, And that's what it's a very rare AI skill these days, and that's how he was hired. So how to get started with AI? 3 things that I want to share with you today. Get inspired. I recently listened to a Mel Robbins podcast on AI with Ellie K. Miller, who has been in this AI field for 20 years. And she shared some very interesting use cases of AI that I haven't thought of before. So I think this podcast will be interesting both for new AI users and experienced ones. Step number 2, get certified. This is something that you can show during your application step and mention during your interview. And I will share with you today links for free courses by Google and Coursera. And there are 13 courses by Anthropic on Claude. So get certified. It's absolutely free. And finally, create something with AI. One of my clients who is not technical at all built her app within several hours using Claude Code. I'm still getting there, but I've built my Gemini gems for the prompt that I use on a regular basis. So create something with AI and be ready to demonstrate it. It's a good idea to post something about what you created on LinkedIn again to get visibility. So this is a slide that I hope will bring you hope as most of you guys are in tech and John is in climate as well. So you can see the growing sectors here. Number 1 is artificial intelligence and automation, and it's followed by cybersecurity and renewable energy and clean tech. So those are the most active growing sectors in 2026. And as you can see on the left, these are most in-demand tech roles. As you can tell, all of them include some sort of AI skills. So don't think that it's time. Some professionals in tech with whom I work are in despair right now that they'll be replaced by AI and that their 15 years of experience don't count anymore, and they start looking at completely different sectors. I wouldn't do that. I would just put your bets and put your time in upskilling and make yourself so good that people can't ignore you. Stand out. So what is last check-in with you guys? What is one thing you'll do this week to boost your AI skills? Please type in the chat. I hope that I've inspired you. All right, learn about agents. Thank you, Kaldeep. Cloud desktop. Yes, I've done this too recently. Do the Anthropic certification. Great, Jared. Create with Cloud Code. Coursera courses. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you are inspired to upskill. So let's put it all together. These were the 3 steps that we discussed. So become subject matter expert on LinkedIn and attract recruiters and sources your way. Step number 2, leverage your network and get referred. Step number 3, prove your AI productivity. And I want to mention this was just a tip of an iceberg on strategies that work in 2026. And I've created a 6-step private coaching program, which is customized for your needs.
The call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone,
somebody.
please record
I
your
will mute.
All right. Thank you, Tanya. Yes, so I take my clients from career clarity to positioning on LinkedIn and interview preparation, all the steps of job search I offer support on them. And I just want to mention my client's testimonial here. Nadia got reached out by a recruiter after we optimized her LinkedIn profile and also got a significant salary increase. So you can read more about my what clients say on my website. And here's the link to book your call if you need additional support. I'll be happy to chat with you and see if we can work together. I'm also going to share this link for your free call in the chat. So here we go. Hope I'll see emails coming up from you on my Calendly. And I also want to share all the AI prompts that I mentioned today. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm going to share them in the chat. So you can see these are all webinar materials with slides, LinkedIn headline AI prompt, post AI prompt, and all the AI learning resources that I mentioned. And one last thing, I really enjoy reading this book. As you can see, have a bunch of bookmarks. It's also in AI learning resources if you follow this link. Can you please give me thumbs up that you can open this link? It should be available to everyone. Yes, perfect. That's great. And people who are in this room, everyone here is your network. So let's connect with each other on LinkedIn. And then what I would do, schedule an informational chat with somebody who is in this room with whom you'll connect on LinkedIn. I hope you'll
Yes, I have an idea, Oksana. Why don't you put your kind of job so people with a similar job search criteria can connect with you, right? So then you guys can chat with someone who is looking for the same similar jobs.
Yeah, that's a great idea. When you include your LinkedIn profile, include your role and industry so that everyone could see
Yeah,
this
and people, of
information.
course, can open your LinkedIn profile and see that as well. But yes, I think so. We have like 46 people here, 47. Well, there are some note takers, but I think even within this community, you guys can find someone who can, help you in some way. So please use this opportunity.
Yes, and now I would like everyone to turn your camera on. Let's take a picture if you don't mind being on LinkedIn. Let's remember this fun time together. And give me your best smile and look at the camera. I'm so happy to see you guys. There you are.
I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, so everyone can
Oh,
smile.
yes, that's a good idea. 1, 2, 3.
Did you
It's
get it?
great to see everyone.
Did you get the picture?
Yes, I got several.
Okay, good.
Thank you. So now it's time for Q&A portion of our webinar. I'm ready for your questions.
There was someone, Lucas, with their hand raised. Go ahead, Lucas.
Yes, Lucas.
Oksana, thank you very much for this presentation. It's very helpful and it confirms a lot of what I've heard in the past about leveraging referrals rather than just applying in bulk. But I had an experience recently that kind of shook my faith in this process because I connected with someone at a company. I learned about the company. I got a referral to apply for a job that I thought I was a good fit for. And then the ATS system blocked me immediately, even with the referral. So I reached out to HR. They couldn't help me. And my takeaway from it is I downloaded one of these subscription apps that will create AI, ATS proofed AI driven resumes to try to match keywords and all this kind of stuff so you can get through that system. So I'm curious what you think about those softwares that do help you use AI tools to ATS proof your resume and to apply to more jobs per day or per week than you would be able to otherwise, in addition to leveraging networks and referrals and whatnot. Do you see value in those tools?
Well, thank you, Lucas. That is such a great question. I think many job seekers have the same question. Well, what I see is that it creates more noise, and it's like I feel that the best way, and I'm sorry that it didn't work right away with your referral, but I hope that if you keep doing this, it will eventually work for you. And I do believe that it's still important to apply to, but be selective and don't use those automated tools because those usually apply automatically. They don't tailor your resume. So there is, I think, a balance. What I would do, choose job roles that really resonate with you, that you really want to apply for, tailor your resume using JobScan, for example, or even using AI chatbots like Gemini and other ones that will help you optimize your resume and include keywords. Apply and then make a connection within the team. So this is a process when you see an ideal role that is open, you apply immediately within 24 hours and optimizing your resume. Of course, it has to be tailored. And then you make connection within the team. It's still not too late to get an internal advocate for you. And at some companies, they will allow to get referral post application. It depends on the company.
That's helpful. And just as a quick follow-up, maybe, what about for companies that guard the information of who's on the hiring team or how their internal teams are structured? Sometimes it's very hard to find information about even how that who to reach out to that's on that team or adjacent to that role. How do you recommend doing that?
That's an interesting question. I know that it depends on the industry, and some are more this way that you described. For example, in the government sector, they don't want any referrals at all. So if you are interested in government roles, those are quite straightforward. You just apply on the organization website, and there are some government jobs focused job boards as well. And you don't need any referral. And if you're a strong candidate, you'll get a job. So this is an exception, I would say, in the current job market. So to answer your question, those companies are very rare, and the ones that guard the information about their teams. So what I see in tech, and most of us are here in tech industry, this information is available on LinkedIn. And I'm surprised how many people are who don't know you at all are willing to spend 15 minutes of their time if you approach them in the right way.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for great questions, Lucas. All right. Do we have more
We
questions?
have a question. Manuel, did you have a question?
Yeah, I guess I did. I was gonna ask if there was a particular AI AI that you like for helping you optimize your resume. I hate using the word optimize, but yeah.
Yes, optimize is a good word. I like it. So I prefer using Gemini for career coaching needs and to help my clients just because Gemini let you have long prompt, and it's just something that I'm used to. So yes, I use Gemini to optimize resumes, and it is important to tailor your resume before application to make sure that your headline starts with the role that you're applying for. And of course, your summary needs to contain those keywords from job description and your skill section. Yes. So Gemini is a good tool for that. But if we were also talking about posts on LinkedIn. I started liking Claude more because it seems like it's has more conversational tone from the beginning. And I really encourage everyone to start leveraging LinkedIn because it is something that recruiters scan every day. So resume, you use it once, you apply, and then you forget about it. But so it's for one role. But LinkedIn is working for you, 24/7. So once you supercharge it and it's working for you, it's very effective. So it will attract opportunities your way.
Just a quick follow-up. So you said, you like Gemini for optimizing the resume, and you said you like Claude for, I guess, for writing posts for.
Yes.
Interesting. Because I found Claude because I play around with Chat, Claude, and Gemini. Actually, those are the three ones that I really go to. And I find, I don't know, it's funny, personal note that I find Claude to be very brief compared to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really wordy. And
Yes.
Claude, when you asking anything, and then compared to Claude, I haven't really played around too much with Gemini except for helping me dial in my coffee recipe. But that's interesting that you say that about Claude for posts.
Well, I to be honest, I use both Gemini and Claude for posts. And
okay.
this actually the AI prompt that I've shared with everyone for posts is created for Gemini. So maybe we could, well, yes, I just want to mention what this AI prompt is. It allows you to start with 3 posts using your voice. So if you look at this AI prompt, it's very powerful, and it's based on the things that really work on LinkedIn. Like those posts will be personal, that will include your opinion, and they will position you as subject matter expert that will attract the right opportunities your way. So
that prompt, I'm sorry, that prompt is in the material that you share?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, of course. Manuel, great questions.
Do we have more questions? Feel free to unmute and just ask or put them in chat.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So first, thanks, Oksana, for putting this all together. So I have a comment and a question. It's funny that in the era of technology, the most valuable asset is real human interaction, right?
Yes.
And for certifications, AI certification, which one do you think it's the most desirable today by recruiters?
Well, I think it's a great question. It depends on your role, I think. So there are also some specialized courses for product managers, for example, project managers that are designed specifically for those roles. I feel like for software developers, it's good to have certification on Claude because that's what software developers use these days, Claude Code. So if you are in tech, I would start with those. There are 13 free courses from Anthropic on Claude, One of them is Cloud 101. So I would start with this one. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I make a comment about I guess just training in general? And I mean, I don't know if people
Yes,
have,
of course.
I don't know if people have already noticed this, but I would definitely recommend to anybody looking at classes to to do your homework in selecting your classes, because there's a lot of classes that promise the world and really are not, they can't deliver. I mean, I've seen some that, especially the ones that promise that you'll teach you the world and or everything about AI in like, month or short time. Stay away from those, because there's no way. I mean, if you already started studying AI, you know that to really be good at it, it takes time, unfortunately, for us that are trying to level up. But definitely anything that promise you a lot in a very short time, I don't think they're worth taking. Just my own personal experience.
Yes, I think it's a good comment to be cautious about big promises. Thank you, Manuel. And I see that Stefan booked a call with me. Thank you, Stefan. I'm looking forward to talking to you. I have more spots available next week. So it's no pressure call, free job search strategy call for you guys. So I hope you'll take advantage of this opportunity, and we'll just talk about your situation, what your goals are, and see if we can work together.
Hi.
Do we have more questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Thank you, first of all, Oksana, for putting it all together. It was really helpful. So my question is around career break. So I've taken a 4 years of career break, and now I'm trying to reintegrate. So I own my career break. There's no problem with that. But do you think is it okay to or should I explicitly put it on my resume or on LinkedIn, or I should just mention it when recruiters reach out to me, or what do you think is the right strategy?
Yes, that is a great question, Shivani. So most of us have career breaks at some point, and I had one too. So it's good that on LinkedIn now there is an easy way to add career break, and I would recommend to address it in both on all your application materials in resume and LinkedIn, because 4 years is a big career break. And also think about, don't just call it career break, but think about some things that you could list under it. Ideally, maybe you could show that you volunteered during this time, or that you were upskilling and learned something. So you can position it and frame it in the way that would work for you. So if you volunteered, for example, during this 4 years or some portion of it, I would frame it as volunteering. And if you did not work as a volunteer, you could put career break and then list all the courses that you have taken, all the skills that you've developed during this time.
Okay, so I don't want to take time from everybody else's questions, so I'll try to be quick. For the first year, let's say for 1.5 years, I did do some courses, and then my focus was more on personal growth. Like I read almost 70 to 75 books during this period. I learned 2 to 3 skills like skiing and a lot of stuff. And so my focus was more on personal growth. Now I'm trying to do more certification and also create an AI based project which can highlight those things. So uh, should I put those or just highlight it as a career break and then explicitly mention it during the conversation that I'm going to have later with the recruiters?
So your question is if you should highlight it on. So can you Just
Yeah,
say it
I'm
again.
just saying that I did during the first 1.5 years, but that's still in the past. Now it's considered in the past. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do some more courses, which I'm definitely going to highlight and put it on the resume. But
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, it's difficult to describe because there were multiple phases during that break. So
Mm-hmm.
can I just put the break and the courses will definitely go under the courses section of my resume and just explicitly mention it during the call that I'm going to have later with the recruiter.
Yes, you can do it this way, but I would present it like if it was like you wrote those 75 books. This is a huge accomplishment, by the way. Congratulations. I would include it under your career break,
Okay.
that you actually have results which are quantifiable, which is amazing. Good for you. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would include it under career break.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you so much. It answered
Yes,
my
of course, Shivani. Do we have more questions?
And I do want to thank you, Oksana. This was such a great, first of all, tons of information on the state of the recruiting and hiring, right? And also advice. And as a previous hiring manager, I agree with you on a lot of this. And as a currently being very active on LinkedIn and I post a lot, I also agree on the LinkedIn strategy. So I really encourage you guys to think about and start posting and building your brand on LinkedIn. I think that is great. And thanks for sharing some prompts, Oksana, for that.
Yes, of
So
course. It's my pleasure.
does anybody want to ask anything else, or are we gonna wrap up?
Yeah, I can ask
And
one quick question here. Like my question is directed more towards how do I position my resume and my LinkedIn for, let's say, if I'm targeting both manual as well as AI or QA jobs, right? And they really want specific titles for the specific job. So how can I be open to both at the same time?
So Saruchi, your question is if you applying for different jobs and different titles, how do you position yourself on LinkedIn?
Correct.
Yes, that's a tricky situation, and most people have to deal with it. So when I'm coaching my clients, we look at the most frequently job titles. So when you're applying, there are some titles that are used more often, and those are the ones that we prioritize in the headline. And these are the ones that recruiters will be looking for as well. So, and it's good. Sometimes I know there can be a variety of titles for certain roles. So it's important to stick max to 2 adjacent roles, not more than that in your headline. So it's 1 to 2 adjacent roles that are most frequently used in your sector and when you apply. And AI tools are also good for this. Like you can ask Gemini or whatever tool you prefer. You can say, I'm, I don't know, software developer is quite straightforward. What is your, what are your job titles?
It's QA. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
if I apply for the manual jobs, they don't want to see AI and automation, that kind of a thing. If I put AI, of course, manual works for them. So it's like for some positions, they just disqualify it because you're overqualified or something like that.
I see. Well, yes, you can also talk to Gemini, and Gemini has this Gemini Gem that is called Career Coach. So it's already programmed to act as a career coach, and you can ask this specific question. But in general, I just don't know this context exactly, like why you would be not considered, but we want to prioritize titles that don't exclude each other but are adjacent, like they complement each other. hope I answered your question, Saruchi.
Oh, yes, I'll check out the Gemini gems there. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, great.
I have a follow-up question on that. Like, do you have
All
any
right.
strategies to change your headline to get attention from recruiters without raising attention from the current employee?
I'm sorry, can you say it again? I was
Like, we
distracted.
can optimize the headline, right, to get to the search and to the recruiters. But is there any, do you recommend any strategy to not raise attention from your current employee? Let's
Oh,
say you are trying
yes.
to go through a job switch.
Oh, yes, that is a great question. So, if you optimize your headline and you don't add anything like dramatically new from what you're doing, it won't attract attention. And of course, you want to on LinkedIn, you have two options. You can be open to work only to recruiters. That's what I would do. It means that your company recruiter won't see that you are searching, and all your manager won't see it as well. So you'll be searching in incognito mode, and it won't attract attention. And I highly recommend. So if you are currently employed, make sure that you have open to work and be specific what you're looking for. Because some some people they will optimize the LinkedIn and they don't hear anything back just because they did not open their profile. So it's very important to be open to work for recruiters at least. And if you are not currently employed, open to work green banner is actually very effective. You are 40% more likely to be reached out by recruiters if you have open to work green banner, and 20% more likely to be reached out from your network, which is also a great advantage. So if you are not employed, it's not a banner of shame, as some people say. Please disregard this. There is such opinion that it lowers your value or something like that if you have this green banner. But actually, it's a smart move because you'll be easier to find if you have this banner.
All right. Well, we are only 2 minutes away from the top of the hour. So thank you everyone who joined. Thank you, Oksana, for such an insightful presentation today. Please reach out to Oksana. I think she has a lot of valuable expertise. And please join us for the future event in person or virtually. I think I got connected to a lot of you guys. Thank you for all of the connection requests. And please utilize this community and support each other and help each other in this tough journey of looking for a job in 2026. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for great engagement and your thoughtful questions today. Let's stay in touch.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.